Without a question, one of the top-selling compact crossover SUVs in the US and worldwide is the Toyota RAV4. It is a favorite with many because of its usefulness and the convenience it offers everyday driving. Not all RAV4 owners, though, are as passionate. Some have experienced problems that are so serious that they are thinking about selling their car right away. Stay tuned as we explore 7 issues with the Toyota RAV4 that you should be aware of. Number 7. Transmission issues. Transmission difficulties are among the biggest complaints that Toyota RAV4 customers have experienced. Over time, a lot of drivers have criticized the RAV4's gearbox for being problematic. For comparison, hybrid vehicles employ a CVT, whilst regular RAV4 models come with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Problems with the 8-speed automatic gearbox usually arise when the car has traveled more than 150,000 kilometers. At this stage, owners frequently complain about symptoms, including grinding sounds, delayed gear engagement, and hard shifting. Furthermore, some people have encountered defective solenoids that hinder the transmission's ability to shift into specific ratios. Inadequate maintenance, including failing to replace the gearbox fluid and filter at the prescribed intervals, is frequently blamed for these problems. The delicate transmissions of the RAV4 need to be maintained on a regular basis in order to operate properly. It's important to remember that fixing gearbox issues can be very expensive. Rebuilding a gearbox may cost up to $2,000, while replacing the gearbox completely might cost up to $5,000. To reduce the likelihood of running into these costly problems, we advise prioritizing models with lower mileage and a proven track record of regular maintenance if you're thinking about purchasing a used RAV4. Number 6. Engine oil consumption and water pump leaks. Water pump leaks and excessive engine oil consumption are 2 of the most serious problems with the Toyota RAV4. Although oil consumption in Toyota engines has always been a concern, it has gotten worse in more recent models, especially those that utilize the 2.5-liter inline-4 Atkinson cycle engine. Although this engine is quite effective and provides great fuel efficiency, many owners complain that it uses too much oil. Some drivers say their RAV4 uses up to a quart of oil every few hundred miles, according to Consumer Reports. Poorly sealed piston rings that permit oil to leak into the combustion chamber seem to be the main offender. Although not all engines are impacted, this is a problem that happens often enough to warrant attention. The causes of this issue are up for dispute. It may be the result of using Toyota's ultra-low viscosity 0W16 engine oil, or of using poor quality piston rings that become lodged in the ringland. This oil, which is nearly as thin as water, might make the problem worse in engines that aren't maintained properly, causing difficulties with oil consumption far before the anticipated 150,000 miles. Make sure the RAV4 has been well maintained if you're thinking about purchasing one to prevent any possible problems with oil consumption. The engine's short block must usually be replaced in order to fix this issue, which might be expensive. Another issue with the RAV4 is its water pump, which also uses a lot of oil. As early as 25,000 miles, several customers experience coolant leaks from the water pump. If the low coolant levels are not restored right away, the engine may overheat. Severe engine damage from overheating is frequently expensive and difficult to fix. Avoid buying a car with a history of overheating to reduce dangers, since even a restored engine could never run as dependably as it once did. In order to avoid these expensive problems, proper maintenance is essential. Number 5. Noise and seal leaks. Owners of Toyota RAV4s also frequently mention excessive road noise and seal leakage. The RAV4's poor sound insulation makes it difficult to drive at high speeds, according to Consumer Reports. Driving becomes less pleasurable as a result of the cabin's weak insulation, which lets road noise in. Furthermore, the seals surrounding windows and doors frequently weaken with time. In addition to making extra noise, these seals can let water seep into the cabin as they deteriorate. Water stains, interior damage, and the possibility of mold development are all consequences of this that may be unpleasant and expensive to fix. Examine the interior of a second-hand RAV4 closely for indications of leaks or water damage to prevent these issues. Dealing with mold and other problems later on can be avoided by recognizing these problems early. Number 4. Fuel pump failures. Fuel pump problems, which resulted in a massive recall, have been a serious problem with the Toyota RAV4 in recent years. These failures, which cut off gasoline to the engine and caused it to shut down, frequently happened suddenly while driving, according to owners. These kinds of situations raise the possibility of major accidents, which makes them especially risky on roads. Toyota fixed this issue by issuing a recall that affected up to 1.5 million cars, including the RAV4, and by providing free replacements for defective gasoline pumps. Nevertheless, not all impacted vehicles have been recalled, therefore some potentially dangerous RAV4s remain on the road. Make sure that all recall repairs have been made if you're thinking about buying a second-hand RAV4. Making sure you take this precaution will help you prevent the risky situation when your car loses power while you're driving, which might have fatal results. When making a purchase, always put safety first by checking recall data. Number 3. Electrical system issues. Electrical system issues are another major concern that many Toyota RAV4 customers have reported. The lack of one of the most dependable electrical configurations in this model has drawn criticism. Variable dashboard lighting and unplanned malfunctions in parts like door locks, music systems, and windscreen wipers are frequent complaints. Poorly constructed wire harnesses or malfunctioning body control modules are frequently the cause of these problems. It may be quite difficult for owners to deal with these issues on a regular basis. Toyota markets the RAV4's soy-based wire insulation as environmentally friendly, which is one distinctive feature of its electrical system. Unfortunately, there is a drawback to this material. Rats are drawn to it and like chewing on the wires. This may cause electrical system shorts, which frequently necessitate expensive repairs. You might want to think twice before buying a RAV4 or take precautions if rats are an issue where you reside. You may prevent future problems and safeguard the wire by using rodent repellents. For those who are currently dealing with this problem, taking prompt action to discourage rodents is essential to preserving the long-term electrical integrity of your car. Number 2. Infotainment and connectivity issues. The infotainment system and connection functions of the Toyota RAV4 are the subject of yet another often reported problem. Although several European manufacturers provide a more smooth user experience, Toyota's technology is still regarded as one of the finest solutions available. Many customers have reported issues with the infotainment system freezing or becoming unresponsive, which prevents them from using the media controls or navigation without starting the engine again. Some of these problems have been resolved by software upgrades and bug patches, but they haven't been totally eradicated. Issues with Bluetooth connection are another frequent source of annoyance. Occasionally, the connection abruptly cuts out, interfering with phone conversations or music streaming. Using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which lets you go around Toyota's system and use your smartphone instead, is a useful solution. For customers who want faultless performance, this is still a hassle. Toyota can fall short of your expectations if you're searching for an absolutely flawless infotainment experience. Although the system works, it has to be improved because it lacks the sophistication of certain rival businesses. Number 1. Interior quality and finishes. The quality and finishes of the Toyota RAV4's inside are one of its main disadvantages. Unless you choose one of the higher-end trims, the RAV4's interior offers no elegance and leans primarily towards practicality. Even yet, a lot of purchasers believe the interiors are still uninspired and boring. The quality of the seat is frequently criticized since the materials deteriorate fast. Concerns regarding durability are raised by the frequent reports of fabric peeling and tearing. Furthermore, the dashboard and other interior elements are primarily composed of hard plastic, which detracts from the feeling of luxury. Although Toyota's use of economical materials lowers production costs, long-term reliability is sometimes sacrificed in the process. The cabin begins to exhibit wear far earlier than anticipated as a result of problems including paint peeling, fading, and scratches on plastic accents. Despite Toyota's stellar reputation for dependability, these issues are widespread throughout the company's portfolio and are not specific to the RAV4. If luxury and interior design are important to you, you might want to look into Lexus instead. With premium materials and painstaking attention to detail across its cars, Lexus, Toyota's luxury brand, provides a striking contrast. Nevertheless, the cost of this degree of fineness is much higher. Despite the higher cost of Lexus cars, many contend that the greater quality makes the purchase worthwhile. Thanks for watching. Please let us know below if you've encountered any of these problems in your vehicles.